All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry I couldn't be in the studio today. Lauren Rosenberg showing up for work because we got a big time interview, big time convo. Give it up, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith on the program.
Bad boys.
Yeah, in the building.
Yo, bad boys for life.
Yeah.
So listen, you fellas have successfully turned this Bad Boys thing back around and have gotten us to the 4th installment that's dropping now.
Dude,
Will, talk about getting this thing back. I mean, how long was it 18 years between 2 and 3?
Yeah, it was between 2 and 3. There was like an 18-year period, and the first movie is almost 30 years ago.
Oh my God.
You know, so it was for us to be able to get to 4, and we gonna say it, but we gonna let y'all say it later. The 4th is the best of the whole series. So this movie is the best one of all of them. But you ain't heard me. You ain't heard it from here. You ain't heard it from me.
Take it from the fans. Take it from the fans.
Well, look, y'all. Look, I was watching it with my daughter, part 3. You know, I got a 9-year-old, so I'm catching her up on pop culture and movies of the past. So she's caught all the way up, and she's like, "How did Mike Lowry end up with Armando,
I know.
his son?"
Yes.
That caught every.
The way that works.
So does that storyline continue into 4?
That storyline, like this movie, in really beautiful ways, is the culmination of all 3. For fans who have been down from the first one, I promise you there's a moment in this movie where you stand up out of your seat and throw your hands in the air with the level of the perfection of the callback that we have.
Wow.
It's like
all right.
It is as good as it's ever been done. And I guess I'm allowed to say it. I probably shouldn't, but it's like it is incredible. Like I am hyped for people to see it.
So now you guys went out and did $426 million at the box office on the last one.
Yes, that was the biggest of the 3.
What were your expectations? Be honest. Be honest with us.
Well, I would have been happy at 300.
Wow.
So yeah, I would have been happy at 300. The first movie was 141. And that was giant. For me and Martin at that time.
What year was 1?
Well, 95.
95. Wow.
Yeah.
Will, do you call the executives that kept y'all on hold for 18 years and go, yo, see?
No.
Told you, just hang up the phone?
No, Will probably is the reason they were on hold. They're calling Will, going, can we make some more money, please?
Wait, Martin. Oh.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead, Laura.
So, Martin, can you talk about the very first day that y'all got back together? The
it was
very
fun.
first day of shooting. Did you guys have like a moment like, I can't believe we're here?
Yeah, I was happy we was there, and we was just, it's all about love and peace and trying to make a good movie, being very professional. Will likes to practice
Rehearsing
and rehearse a lot. 10 days out of the week.
Wait, and Martin, you're more a guy who's like, hey, it'll be all right. Once we get out there, we're going to be all right.
No, but I don't mind rehearsing. But 10 days out of the week.
It was a lot. I'm sure you guys had a bunch of
I think we
improv.
cut back
though.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys got a lot of improv moments that made it.
Yes, we had some. And Will was directing me in some scenes and giving me some great lines to say. So I just had a great time.
Will, what was it like when you guys got together the first time? Yeah. You guys were both sitcom stars, but in very different ways. Like the feel of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air versus the feel of Martin were different. Was there any level of either direction, any intimidation about like how good the other one was when y'all first got together?
I was always jealous of Martin, right? So like Fresh Prince was NBC. So it was like, Monday night at 8. So we had all of the press and everything.
Very pristine.
Very pristine, you know. But Martin was the people's champ.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Martin was the people's champ, And I just used to watch how, like, I'm a studier, you know, so I just used to watch just how he would use his body, you know, and I'm watching in the scenes and I can tell nobody knows what he's gonna do. The camera's trying to follow, so I'm watching the cinematic and it's like there's just a genius in his comedy that is unlike anybody out there, you know, and it's like what Bad Boys, part of what makes Bad Boys distinct, that is a unique Martin gift, is to be able to do super broad comedy, big, giant, broad comedy in the middle of a scene that's life or death, and not compromise. Like that kind of range. There's very, very few comedians who have ever lived that can do that level of comedy without breaking the drama. And that's the unique thing that Bad Boys has, that you'll never see that range.
Wow.
So Will, who originally put you guys together? Was this something that, you know, back in the day you and Martin connected on? How did this originally start for you guys to be the cop buddy, you know, duo?
I originally had the script, and my sister Ray told me that I should do it with Will. I wanted to do it with Eddie, but I couldn't afford Eddie. So I called Will, and we had a dinner at my house, and you know, just after 5 minutes of talking to Will, you know, he's the best salesman in the world. So, you know, I was like, come on, man, do this movie with me, man. I mean, we could make this thing a hit. We could make it a hit, and we did. This
is Martin's prophecy. Martin, you know, during that time, you know, Fresh Prince and Martin, he was like, can you imagine if the two biggest black dudes on TV got together to make a movie, right? And he was like, can you imagine what that would be for the culture? And I was like, all right, let me see the script. He was like, nah. Script's not good.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that part. No, but the script had originally been Dana Carvey and John Lovitz were the original Bad Boys.
Yes.
No, culturally a little different. I love Dana Carvey and John Lovitz. A little different.
It's different for sure.
Different culture, but
different culture. Yeah.
What now?
Well,
now,
so, ahead,
Martin, I was
Rosenberg,
just going to
my
ask
bad.
you, what were your impressions? I asked Will his impressions of you on Martin. What were your impressions of Will and his comedic chops from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I loved it. You know, Will's energy was always up, and he was funny, and him and Jazzy Jeff, and always throwing Jazzy Jeff out the house, and Alfonso, and the dancing, and the whole cast was just good, and it was just a good show to watch, and it was just good show for the culture.
Yeah,
you know, I loved it.
So Martin, right now, you know, you guys coming back from, I think I saw you in Dubai launching the film, and you guys are Mexico City, I believe. Will Smith, Laura said you was out here finessing Spanish.
Mexico City was
that was that Mexico City may be the biggest premiere I've ever. For sure. Yeah, like it was gigantic. I've never experienced, you know, anything like that.
Now, Martin, is that what everybody's taking? You on the balcony waving to people, you looking around? Were you looking around like, yo, this is massive? Because
I sure was.
People took it like something was wrong with your health or something.
I was like, oh, this is rock concert stuff. What the hell is going on? I was like, for a movie? I was like, oh my goodness, man.
But on that note, Martin, is there anything you want to say to the people because they're concerned about your health? Is there anything you want to say to them while you have the floor?
I'm fine. I'm in God's hands. I'm blessed. You know, I'm glad to be waking up every day.
Still handsome in a way that is unimaginable.
I'm all good, though. I'm all good. No need for people to be concerned.
And Will, was it always to sort of come back in a big way? You've been quiet for a while.
Yeah.
And then when you came back, I don't know, people might say, hey, ease your way back in. Go do a little podcast. You just came back in this way. Was that a plan, or was it just the timing and the way things work out?
No, just the way things work out, the way life leads, and that's the thing, God leads. Yeah. So for me, I've learned that there are periods of disintegration and periods of reintegration. And it's all in God's timing, and I think part of the idea and the power in this life is, can you learn how to die? Right? And it's like, you got to learn how to die. The old you has to die. So can you learn how to die, and can you not be so terrified during that period where the caterpillar turns into liquid?
That's scary times, though.
Can you learn how to die and relax and trust that you will reintegrate, you will be reborn, you will regenerate, and God's promise is that it's always better. It's always going to be better. So just being able to die, pause, get it back together, reset, you got it, you've been here before, and then make your way back through the natural reintegration. So
as a butterfly.
As a butterfly. That's right.
No, that's real talk,
Una
though.
mariposa.
Una mariposa.
Una mariposa.
That's real talk, though.
No, that's yo. Listen, that's real gems for people, because it is very hard. Because, Will, you've been in the public eye since a teenager.
Yes.
And I planned today. I really just wanted to ask you, how are you doing? Like, I talk to your son Jaden from time to time. I support Willow. Her new album is phenomenal.
Congrats
But
to
we
Willow, too.
literally have your whole family on display for decades.
Yeah.
And your book even talked, I think, some about some of this, just being in the public eye for so long. And same question for you after Will, Martin, is like, how are you doing, though?
Yeah.
Like, how are you, the human being?
This is the greatest time in my life. Like,
Legit.
This is legit the highest, greatest, and really because I'm better on the inside, right? So it's like the outer world can only be a reflection of your inner world, right? So for me, I'm like more excited than I've ever been. I'm more creative than I've ever been. More clear about what I want to do, who I want to be, how the world works. It's like nobody is spared destruction. Right?
Facts.
Right.
And you
That's
can
fact.
do everything you want, and I promise you're going to be on your knees vomiting.
At some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get there,
Yeah.
So it's like...
When you get through it.
Yes, like it's like the valley of the shadow of death, and everybody... When we repeat that, we think of it as the valley of death. No. It's the valley of the shadow of death.
Right.
It's not actually death. It's just scaring you, making you think it's death. Hold
Humbling
on
you
and
in
keep
some ways,
walking.
too.
And you're coming back to the light, and you're coming back
Right.
better than ever.
And
It
for
reminds
me-
you that you're mortal. You need that.
Yeah, for sure.
And for me, it's just, waking up every day, being grateful to God. I know it's because of him. This is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I just want to grow each day to be a better man,
sir.
a better person, live in love, peace, and harmony, and try to restrain from whooping somebody's ass.
No, you should.
Understood.
You should, Martin.
Martin.
It's a lot of money to lose out here. It's a lot of money to lose.
On the first day of Bad Boys, the first day, we're shooting.
No.
Me and Martin are both producing, and we're doing, and Martin stopped me. I'm running around, and Martin stopped me, and he said, "Hey," he said, "I love you, brother." And I was like, yeah, all love. He's like, no, right here. He said, "I love you, man." And I was like, yeah. And he said, "We're not gonna rush through this. We got to 4. And we've been doing this for 30 years. We're gonna slow down, and we're gonna enjoy our time together."
Wow.
Right? Like literally first day on the set. So I reported him to HR.
Right. He can't look at you in the eyes like
I
that.
just didn't think that was proper workplace behavior.
Trying to make that level of eye contact and touch me all in my chest.
You can't stare at me like that.
I think one of the things that I do enjoy is like you. I don't. Well, I know how you do it, but your social media is very fun. My mom always sends me stuff about, you know, plants and scriptures, whatever. Then she hits me with a video of Will Smith in Guatemala. My family's from Guatemala. She's like, oh my God, él fue a nuestro pueblo. She was going on. And the only...
Oh, no, this whole section got to be in Spanish, Laura. This whole section got to be in Spanish. Go.
No, but I just wanted to talk to you about your travels. Like, where did that take you? Because you've gone... I feel like one day you're like, I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want to do, whatever makes me happy.
Absolutely.
But when you dove into your actual travels, you really did it.
Yeah. You know, for me, I've studied story, right? So I think about life in terms of story. So I'm always trying to figure out where I am in my storyline, you know? And in the past couple of years, I sort of saw... in the part of my storyline was where I needed to venture, right? That I needed to go out into the world, into the unknown, and learn the things that I didn't know, didn't understand. So travel became huge for me, you know, and you know, I've always been attracted to my edge, to the scary place where I'm about to do something or experience something that is uncomfortable for me. You know, so that's really what I've been doing. And it's funny, social media, because I joined late. I joined social media after everybody had been on for a decade. But social media really opened up and gave me a reason to do things. It like popped me out of the bubble I was living in, and now
jumped out of a helicopter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we saw.
Doing crazy ass things. Where I was like,
yeah,
I don't know.
But it just really inspired me to do things and try things, and it's been beautiful for me to be able to create and share and learn in that way.
Will, what was the hardest thing I watched with my daughter? You know, we're fans, so I watched your Disney. Or was it Nat Geo?
Nat Geo, yeah.
Yeah, the Nat Geo thing where you went off with the black dude took you off into the Arctic or wherever y'all was at.
Yes.
And Will Smith found the only black person that he could find that would take him ice hiking on a glacier.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, I'm watching this. And bro had you scared.
Yeah. So what I do on those shows is I don't know what the episode is.
Oh, hell no.
So I just fly in and they planned everything because I want to find out on camera what we're doing.
Wow.
You know, and I was like, we are ice hiking, and he had me in a boat down rapids. I can't really swim. But it's like that
you were panicking on camera.
No. Like I was he had me shook. But
what about the volcano moment?
Yeah, the volcano moment was...
Yo, you guys, he went up the side of a volcano with a volcano photographer who only had one leg. And the whole episode, you don't know that bro only got one leg. But Will Smith can't keep up with the dude with one leg.
Yo.
This is next level.
And do I got that right? Am I saying it right?
He was blind.
Blind. Excuse me,
dude
blind.
in the volcano.
Well, he was blind with one leg?
No. He had
No,
two legs. The
Ebro, you took away a leg, but it was the eyesight.
Okay. The one leg dude was the sharks.
There you
go. The sharks was the dude with the one leg. Well, one leg and one arm.
All right.
Nah, Will is, if y'all don't watch this guy, I'm telling you, you think you're seeing something on Instagram. We're seeing Will Smith. We're like, yo, bro, we hope bro's okay. Bro is at the North Pole. He is fine.
Yeah, he sends me footage of jumping in the water and all that old stuff.
And you're like, that's cute. That's not for me.
Sending Martin the pictures. Yo, you could be out here.
Martin never interested you, huh?
No. It's not on my bucket list.
Now, Martin, was it ever on your bucket list? You So Crazy and Run Tell That are two of the biggest specials of all time. Like you're one of the very few names that gets tossed around when we talk about Raw and Delirious.
Yeah.
You know, being able to do that. How important, in addition to the show Martin and the Bad Boys franchise, how important are those specials to your legacy and what you've done?
Oh, very important, because I've been able to tell my story, you know, and give people insight to me and how I view the world and see people, and it's just been a lot of fun for me. It's been my saving grace, stand up, so I'm so glad that, I'm afforded, the opportunity to always be able to go out at any time and perform stand-up in front of an audience, and they be there for me. And my audience is a dedicated audience. I got like the Beehive audience.
You really do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Now, Will, I'd be remiss. I don't know how many times we're gonna have the chance to talk to the Fresh Prince about hip hop and things of that nature. I busted out Ebro. I brought the 45 single to Yo Home to Bel Air. It's called. I didn't even know this existed as a single.
That's crazy.
And Will started telling me, but we stopped him. How you guys landed on this iconic theme song?
So Quincy Jones was the producer of Fresh Prince of Bel Air. So, he was mentoring me, and, so we go and we're getting the show and everything, and Quincy had done a theme song for Fresh Prince. So he plays the theme song, and, Quincy did Sanford and Son, and, Quincy did 1,000 things that you don't even know.
Oh, he was doing so many movies and scores.
Also, The Wiz.
The Wiz,
Off the Wall.
Body
Thriller. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Endless. So Quincy plays a theme song for the Fresh Prince. And, it was that old school, keep it your head up. It was in there, right? So I listened, I was like, oh, wow, yeah. And, I went, and Jeff was at the hotel, and I was like, Jeff, Quincy played a theme song. I was like, dude, it's like, it's no good at all. And Jeff was like, just tell him, man, he understand. I was like, there ain't no way I'm telling Quincy
that Jeff
Jones.
impression was great.
Yeah, yo, man, just tell him, he'll understand. So I was like, I can't do it, man. I was like, Quincy knows better than I know. So I went to my room, and like 4 hours later, Jeff hit me and played the music for the theme song. He was like, yo, what do you think of this? And I was like, that feels a little bit better. He was like, yo, just write something. So I wrote that theme song that night in the hotel room with Jeff. So we wrote it, we recorded it. He had a 4-track, we recorded it, and he was like, just play it for Quincy. And I was like, ugh.
Hey, man, you're the Fresh Prince, bro.
I know, right? So I took it, I played it for Quincy, and he sat there, and he listened, and he looked, and I'm shaking and sweating. And he said, well, that's better than that bullshit I did.
Yeah, Quincy.
He took it. He said, that's the theme song. That's
Wow.
the theme song. And he took it, and Quincy did the edit, right? So he just made the short version of it. So we did a whole record.
Yeah, because this one has a second verse, the whole thing.
Verse and all of that. So Quincy made the edit, and that became the theme song.
Yo, do you ever think about how bugged it is that, like, you're a really good rapper, you're a really great actor, you're hilarious, all these great qualities. Your partner is literally the greatest of all time at what he does.
Yo, facts.
Did you ever think about how crazy that was?
So I was a DJ. And I started off DJing, doing that. And I saw Jeff DJ one night and never touched turntables again. Literally,
That's how I feel when I hear him.
Jeff did a party on my block, and he DJ'd. He had stole a party from me. He DJ'd, and I rapped. And I literally never touched turntables again. I was like, that. I don't know what he's doing, something else.
That's a different thing.
That's a whole different thing. And he was
Jazzy
like inventing stuff.
Jazzy Jeff, for people who don't know,
Right? He was
he's
talking
the
to the
greatest.
people at the companies that were developing turntables. Like he was that,
and they were listening to him.
And
like,
they were listening to him. Yeah, no. So he's a beast.
One more before we get out of here.
Yes.
Can you talk about 1989 when you guys won your Grammy?
Yes.
How? Tell me about that.
Well,
I
Jay-Z
was there. I was there. I won the Grammy too.
That's right, Martin.
It's such a great
What was it
moment.
like, Martin?
Such a great moment.
You remember that moment. But by the way, Jay just talked about this moment because it wasn't televised.
Yeah. No, it was. You know, we all got together and boycotted because the Grammys didn't televise the rap portion, and you know, we won that year. I mean, we kept the Grammy, but we was.
Did you watch it in the hotel?
we.
Did
was
you watch in the
boycotting,
hotel
bro.
while you were boycotting?
I mean, I wasn't. The TV was on, but I wasn't looking at it.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, make sure this this fourth installment. What's the official titles?
It's a Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Bad Boys Ride or Die. Yo, we might have to.
Or in Mexico, Ciudad de Mexico is Hasta la Muerte.
Hasta
la muerte.
Okay.
Yo, Will, I tried to get Laura to do this whole interview in Spanish with you because I told you he was nice with the.
Quería que te
Entonces,
hablara en
sí,
español.
quiero hablar en español. Tengo una maestra de español que viaje conmigo para mis entrevistas.
Wow.
And
They told y'all.
Gracias. Te quiero
Yo,
mucho también.
gracias. Yo, look, Mike. Yo, shout to Mike Lowry and Marcus, man. Give it up for them one time, man.
Congrats,
Thanks for coming by the show. Yeah,
See
great talk.
The movie.
Ride it down, baby.
And I'm healthy as hell. Stop the rumors.
Yo, leave me the fuck alone, man. I'm chilling.